Okay, we are live. So, hello, Team No Excuses. I am super excited for the training that we have tonight. I have Ann here with me, um, and I am so excited for her to share. She is a brand new stylist herself. She's just been doing this 2 months, and within what was it, Ann? Your first couple weeks, you enrolled two stylists and hit senior stylist.
Yes, I think it was about a week and a half. I
So
enrolled too, and then going into I enrolled December 14, and then I remember making senior stylist the beginning of January, but that was because I was able to enroll
oh
two
my goodness.
girls.
So you have hit the ground running, and Anne had over $6,400 in sales last month, which is absolutely incredible. She was number two in sales for our team, and actually her enroller is the one that took the number one spot, Vina,
Yes.
and she
Uh-huh.
sold over $1,000. So these girls are a dynamic powerhouse, and I am so excited to learn from them because I feel like we all can always pick bits and pieces from every training we listen to because our job is to be student stylists. So I feel like we always need to be learning. We always need to be willing to, open up and listen to other people. And I always tell people when they ask, how have I seen success in my personal business? And I say, I find people that are successful and I do what they do because obviously what they're doing is working. And if they're able to do it, that means that we can do it. So I asked Anne in preparation for this training, I said, what are your top three ways? Because honestly, I would love to just sit here forever and just pick her brain and hear everything that she has to say. But her top three things were that she creates and shares party links for her hostesses at least 3 to 4 weeks prior to their party. She books 2 to 3 hostesses for one party. And then she does early bird specials and free samples, but she does full sets for her samples. So we're going to kind of divide those up. And then if questions come up throughout the training, I'll have that pulled up here on my phone. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. Anne, go ahead and introduce yourself and take off.
My name is Anne Quintanilla. I am a mother of three. My oldest is 24. My youngest is 14. I am a full time. I do work full time in the behavioral health and mental health industry health play the health industry. I'm also a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu competitor. So this is something that, I work, I do this business, I train, I compete. So I just wanted to kind of touch base on that is because a lot of the things that I do in this business carries on. Well, no, I'm sorry. A lot of the things that I do in life, where I work hard, I train hard, I put in the time, I invest in what I need to do to become successful, it carries on into this business. So a lot of it is like my work ethic. So I think um, that's kind of helped me a lot with this business. Is just I have that dedication, hard work. You have that hard work or work smart. I do both.
We can tell.
So
Okay, so if you want to go into your first topic,
okay,
whatever order you want to go in, we are here and we are all ears.
okay.
So,
So what I've actually learned is the sooner that you create a party link, you share that with your host. I've been able to share the link of at least at the minimum 3 weeks. I've actually had hostesses where they had their link for a whole month. That's enough time for them to share with their family, their friends. And in the meantime, they're also requesting samples from me. I think when you just open up like a nail bar page for a week prior or 2 weeks, a lot of people don't really check their invites. By the time the party's done, like they're coming in like, oh, I missed the party. But I think giving your host a whole at least 3 weeks in advance their party link, they're able to share that. Another thing that has been very successful for me, and honestly this is what I would say the game changer is, the orders online are already 500 plus. I'm going into a live where my hostess already has at least 500. I think the most that I've had was $700 in orders before I even did my Facebook Live. And that's because that allows them enough time for them to get the word out, to get the link out so that they could start sharing. Another thing that I've actually, and this is probably like my third suggestion is, I remember the first time that I got a sample. Of course, I was really excited. What is this thing? But I do remember thinking, um, I'm only able to put two fingers, or you have either your ring finger or your middle finger that you're able to like put to try on the sample. One of my customers had actually reached out to me, and she asked me a question, and I said, for somebody that does not know anything about Color Street, this is a very valid question. And does Color Street make strips for your thumbs? Because they're getting the two C's that are only for like your two fingers. So of course I have to explain, oh yes, a full set is this, and there are different sizes, and you're getting a full complete set, both hands. But when we do give the the two C's, a lot of women, they don't want to put it on, because if they do have nail polish on, it's like, okay, I have to take everything out, but I'm only covering two fingernails. So from that, I've actually changed all my sample requests where I give people a full set. Now, here's the thing, hear me out on this, and I know that's a lot of money for people to invest in. What I look at is this: you give somebody who's never tried Color Street a full set, guess what? They are going to put it on both hands. Not only are they going to try it, they're going to love it, but guess what? They're going to go to work the next day. They're going to go to school, wherever they're at. They're going to show their family and friends, like, wow, check this out. But when you give people for the first time who's never heard of Color Street, like two C's, the chances of them actually putting it on, I would say probably 70%, because a lot of people want to be able to have a full set on. I want to say 4 out of 5 people who I do give a full set, they end up coming back and they order because they want more. That's just me personally. Like I said, I know it's a lot for anyone to invest in. And one of the things that I do is, any parties, like, how you get extra sets. I do order a lot of like Tokyo lights, because that's one thing that's very easy. It's very forgiving for newcomers to try. So like, and then I would also like put a little note and explain, like, this is our number one glitter set, so they know, like, hey, she's taking time to write to me. She's giving me the number one glitter set. You are making this person feel special before they even buy from you. Another I guess one of my other things that I do is giveaways and prizes. So during in my group, a lot of the women, they interact and they like the games. I mean, the one thing that is very successful in my page is the count 1 to 100 game. I have women there that they've never met each other, but because they're engaging and they're interacting and it's fun, a lot of them who do book parties with me, they tend to ask, can you invite me to her party? They've never met at all, but because they're getting to know each other, even just simple games of like, what's your favorite food, or they interact and they engage with each other. So I make it fun for them. And the prizes that I do give are actually like a full set with a manicure kit. Another thing is, I've actually like gone out and find things that like are besides a set, like us as stylists, some of the incentives or like the rewards that we get are either an Amazon gift card, a Starbucks gift card, a Kate Spade wallet, whatever it is. The nail sets already sell on its own. Like, that's something that's so amazing with Color Street is we don't have to basically convince people like, hey, this is a great product. It is. But to keep them coming back and them being a repeat customer is, you need to make them feel special. And a part of that is not just a free nail set. Like, you throw in, let's say, a customized tumbler. Now, that's actually something that I do for my hostesses, on top of the nail sets that they get free for what they've earned through the party sales. Is I let them know, if you hit 500, I'm going to show this. You get one of these. So they love this. And the the goal of this is, I asked them, when you get this, I want you to use this to take pictures of your nail fees to share. So this is part of one. I know this is, I again, hear me out on this. We are all selling the same thing. Okay. What's going to separate you from all the other stylists? We all want to have a fair playing ground, but in the real world, it isn't, because not everyone can get on at a time when the nail sets are launching. So what customers are doing, because I do have a group of girls who are part of my group, Bina's group, and then two of my girls, what I'm realizing is they're jumping different stylists. Not they want to support, but they're looking for the best deals. They're looking for prices. And that's just how it is when you're a customer. You're looking for what that stylist is doing different.
Yeah, no, I agree, Anne. I think that we have to find, I call it like our niche. Like you have to find the thing that sets you apart from everybody else. And I think customer service goes a long way. My husband's big on this. He used to own a construction company, and he always says you have to spend money to make money.
Yep.
If you don't take care of your customers, somebody else will. And that's just how it is in any type of customer service. And that's what we're doing with Color Street, is essentially we're providing a service to a customer. And so we have to provide good customer service. And I think that's why a lot of times, like our VIP groups might stall. And it's like, okay, well, if you're not showing up, why would your customers? Or if you are showing up with a negative attitude that nobody wants to buy my polish, nobody wants to interact, well, that's what your customers are going to do, because your vibe attracts your tribe. But if you show up and you're on a live video and you're happy and you're talking about the sunny weather outside and you're just upbeat and positive, then that's what's going to be basically the culture of your VIP space. So I completely agree with that. I do want to ask you two things. So the Tumblr, you send that to every hostess once they hit 500, correct?
Correct. Now,
I feel like you're recruiting your hostess from the beginning to be a stylist. I mean, if I did a party for you and I got this Tumblr, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I just want to be a stylist.
So actually, you know what? So Bina and I, my upline, we actually had this conversation because, we do have repeat customers that are just loyal. Like they buy every set that launches, they come back, they invite their friends. And, it's kind of sticky because, we always think that person would be great to be a stylist, but at the same time, selfishly, you're like, if you do pull, you pull them in to be a stylist and they realize it's not for them, you potentially put yourself in that situation where you just lost one of your most loyal and one of your big spenders, and they get into the business and it's really not what they want. What I do notice, and what I will say, what I've learned with this business is the people that you actually think would bite the business, or the people that you think that will love the nail sets, are not the ones that are excited about it right away. I guess for the most part, what I'm trying to say is you have that friend who always gets her nails done. You think that she's the one that's going to want to be a stylist. It's not. I want to say like the people that I'm actually looking to recruit are women who've never done their nails, women who, they're excited because, wow, this is something new. So it's not necessarily this is something they do for themselves. Yeah. So I guess I just want to mention that to a lot of, my Color Street sisters, is that, we have to break away from what we think, well, she will like it because she does her nails a lot. Well, she may like it because, whatever, she has her own nail salon at home or whatever, because those are typically the people that are very skeptical about doing this business. Mm-hmm. The ones that actually want to do it are the ones that never done their nails. But again, back to what I'm saying is that to enroll somebody into the business, like I want to be able to be in a good space. And what I meant by that is, like I said, I haven't really been able to get into the trainings, to connect the dots. I work Monday to Friday. I don't have time to actually get on my phone to watch these great trainings. So I'm at a point where I do have women that want to join, but I'm always like, I want to make sure that I'm solid. I want to make sure that I'm going to lead my team, and I want to make sure that I'm successful, that I can be able to make them successful. Because right now there's so much that I need to learn.
Yeah.
So I'm not at this point right now. I'm not really trying to recruit. What I'm working on is, building my group, getting that customer relation, getting to know my customers. I think I have about 360 women in my group. I will tell you, I know, and I interact with at least half of them. So right now, I know enrolling is a big thing, but I need to be able to be confident, and I need to feel comfortable for me to be a leader for the people below me. Right now, I mean, the two girls that I enroll are girls that I personally know. One is my cousin and one is my teammate. So they already know me personally. So it is a lot of pressure for me to do well. But right now, to try to get to enroll somebody, I want to be in a good place where I feel strong to be that leader for them.
Well, I would definitely not steer away from enrolling just because you're afraid that you won't be an effective leader, because the number one thing that you need to do to be an effective leader, in my opinion, is lead by example. And you are beyond, setting an example for your team and, all of Team No Excuses. So I would definitely not, have the mindset that you don't want to enroll. I think if your team has the ability to grow because you have people that want to join, I would definitely, enroll them. And you've got several people above you that are willing to help you. I'm willing to help you. So, don't ever feel, that you have so much on your plate that leadership is scary to you, because we will definitely be here to help you with that. I want to circle back before I forget about your samples. So how many people would you say maybe per week that you're sending the free sets to? Or maybe how many free sets are you sending out a month as far as the samples go?
I only started doing this mid-February, but like this week alone, I sent out 7.
Oh my goodness, girl. And then what do you think, what percentage of those 7 samples will turn into customers?
I would say the last party that I had sent out, and this last week, I had sent out 4 samples, and some of them have only gotten there. Mail has been
Yeah.
really slow. So by that time, the party that I had, it closed. That's why I say it's very important to share or to open up the Facebook group at least a week and a half
Yeah.
prior, so that they can request the samples. I do know that when I do send out the full samples, I get an order. Sometimes it's the party is already closed, but I have the party guests making orders off of my party link, and the party is already closed. But these are people that they miss the party or the live party, but they get their sample and they're loving it and they're ordering from me.
So when you send the free set, do you put any stipulations on it, or is it basically like an actual sample where you say, I hope you love this dry polish. Let me know if you have any questions. I know there's some people that actually they will, so say somebody has like a decent following on social media. They'll say, in an attempt to help me expand my circle, I'm going to send you a full set of nails, but I would love for you to, XYZ, like post a picture on your social media
Yes,
and
yes,
tag
I
me.
do. I
Okay.
do.
You're
Yes,
already ahead
yes,
of
I do. I put I handwrite, and I'd be like, I'd love for you to share your nail fee. And a lot of times they do.
me. Okay. And that's so honestly, in that sense, the fact that you are in theory expanding your circle by doing this, I feel like it's benefiting you, because what if you send that free Tokyo Lights to that one person, she
Mhm.
turns into a customer, she hosts a party, she
Mhm.
opens you up to her whole circle, or she posts a nail fee on her social media, and then 10 of her friends join your VIP group. I mean, I feel like that's a good business practice, in my opinion.
Right.
If it fits, every stylist is different and might not fit
Right.
their business budget, but I do like that.
Yeah.
I'm scrolling through the comments really quick to see. Um, okay, so Lindsay had asked, when you send the party link 3 weeks in advance, do you set up a Facebook group or only do the link? If you do a Facebook group, do you post for that long?
No, I don't. So I give them the link, but then I open up the Facebook group at least 7 days, so a week prior to the actual Facebook Live. And I do lives.
So do you do a live just to kick off the party, or do you do like a live inventory sale?
I do a live. I do everything. So exactly. So I pretty much have been mentored by Bina. So exactly what Bina does is
Okay.
what I do.
I was
So
gonna
yes, so we've pretty much now, like I said, when I started out with Bina, I was her customer. So I attended her party. So I already knew like how the parties run, and I ended up following through with it. So we do the live party where we do the demo, we do showcase, and we do sell the sets. Now I think the two of us have realized that a 2 hour live is pretty long. So now we've actually been doing where we would do a demo and put it in the middle of the week, showed it, and then during the live, it's just like the giveaways. And the last party that I had was I only featured like our Easter, our St. Patty's, our ready. I'm sorry, our set in stone set. So on the actual party, I would just feature like our most recent launch,
Okay.
and then I will load after the Facebook Live, I would load the albums and they would shop through the albums.
Okay. So I was gonna ask that. So when you do the live sale, how many people do you typically have on the live sale, and approximately how many sets of nails do you go through on those live sales?
Um, I would say about maybe 12 to about 26 people can be there.
Okay.
But I do want to tell, because a lot of the girls in our team Fired Up have asked, like, how many people show up to your live? Like, I don't want to make it seem like, well, I only had 10, but I'll tell you this. I've been on a live where I've only had 10 people in this live, and one customer bought 26 sets.
Oh my gosh.
26. So I always say, don't ever look at just the numbers of who's actually on live or how many people are on the actual nail bar page. Oh, well, my hostess only invited 12 people, because all it takes is just one or two that they love it so much, and they're the ones that buy a lot, a
Yeah.
lot. I'm sorry, what was your question? Kind of went off there.
It was just about the number of people that are typically present, and then
Okay.
approximately how many sets of nails do you go through on your live sale?
I don't count how many, but I sell about 500 plus. So I don't know, probably about, oh gosh, I'm sorry. I've only been doing this for 2 months, so I don't really actually keep um, the quantity level of how many I sell. But I do know, like on my lives, typically there I make about five to about $1,000 in the live sales.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So Bina said that when you were her customer, your party closed out at $1,500 when you
Yeah.
were the customer.
But Bina will tell you though, I think we had extended my party. So we had my party on a Saturday, and then we extended it to, I think it was a Tuesday or a Wednesday. And then she had to message me and says, Anne, I just got a really big order, and I think it was like $300, and we had already closed the party. So I was like, Bina, you put that on yours.
Oh my
So
gosh.
yeah, that's why I kind of, I do recommend, if any of you guys are planning on, or you guys do the nail bar party, have them open like a week before, and then maybe a couple of days. I know Bean and I have had parties where we'll open up the nail bar a week before, and then we'll leave it open from the time that we're done with the Facebook Live at least 3 or 4 days after, because then it gives the customers, I mean, we do have customers that come back in and we're like, you just bought this much during our live, and they're coming back to order more. So I think I guess the lesson to this is the longer that you keep that party open, customers come back and they buy again.
Yeah. So, one of the things that you had sent to me when we were preparing for this, you had said putting 2 to 3 hostesses in the same party. So,
Mhm.
are you basically just doing like a mega party, but you're just doing the live sale for the party portion of it?
So this is a funny story, guys. So really, um, what I do is the people that are in your group are usually, you have one person that's going to invite their siblings, their best friends, their coworkers. So I kind of pay attention to like the interaction on my page. So I see two best friends and they're like, "Oh yeah, I like this. I like this." So then I would reach out to one. I'm like, "Hey, do you want to do a party? How about you and your best friend, Or for me, I have three sisters. I basically volunteered them. I said, "Look, you're gonna have a party." So my last party this past weekend, I had my three sisters. Three. I just closed that party, 2019. Just closed that party. But here's the thing: when you have three people or two, you're getting a combination of their friends, their coworkers, their acquaintance. But I guess what I'm trying to say is pay attention to what's going on in your group, the interaction. So if you have a sister who just invited a sister and they're both like they're tagging each other like, "Oh, look at this mix Manny," and I see that constant. Or like a girl would like invite her best friend or her coworker and she's tagging and they're both corresponding, because I pay attention, I look at like they're commenting to each other. So I would actually message them. They're not even looking to have a party. So I would message one or the other and I'd be like, "Hey, I see that you guys like this set. How about we book a party? You guys can earn extra sets." So that's the way I've been doing it, and that's what's been successful for me. The more people that you have, and I usually do like either sisters or coworkers or best friends go
Yeah.
in together. And said you get double the amount of people that are going to join that party, and they set. I'm sorry, they split the rewards. So I think if you're able to get two sisters together, best friend, or let's say two coworkers, like your party is going to succeed. You're going to get big numbers. You're going to get more VIPs to join your group because there are more. You have two hostess. That's double the amount of people that you would get for one host.
That's a great idea.
Hmm.
So, I'm going to put you on the spot. What would be your top 3 ways to get hostesses? How do you think that you book the most parties? You don't have to tell me 3 ways. Just if you come up with 3, that's great. But your top ways to get more parties booked.
I actually like I'll post, like I said, I use like the Tumblr, or I would post like just all these goody stuff, like, "Hey, if you book a party, this is what you can get." Already off the back. So, I do want to mention, I used to post this one image or this one graphic that said, "I do all the work." That
Yeah.
standard saying like, "I do all the work. You just invite your friends." I kind of took a step back from using that graphic because I'm like, if I'm going to try to enroll somebody, and somebody who's typically not confident to do a lot of things, like, I don't know if I can do this or if I have the time. So now when I book parties and I get the two, if I can get two hostess, I'd be like, "Hey, let's work together. If you two can work together, you guys can actually increase and maximize your rewards." But like I said, back to us as stylists, all these incentives that our top leaders or people up, our upline, what are the things that they're offering us? It's not a nail set. It's a free Amazon card. It's a free Starbucks. It's a Kate Spade bag. You have to offer something more than just the nail set.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I do agree with that. And I actually
Yeah.
had one of my customers tell me that before. I
Hmm.
had done, I think it was Valentine's Day. I had posted a picture of my husband and I said, "I would love to see a picture of you and your Valentine. If you don't have a significant other, let me see you and your pet or you and your grandkids.
Right.
And I'm going to pick a winner for a dinner date on me and get a gift card for Texas Roadhouse." And one of my ladies messaged me and said, "That was so nice to,
Hmm.
enter to win something besides nail polish." Because most of my VIPs have an inventory stash almost as big as me. You know, they
Right,
have
right,
so many names.
right.
You know, they're buying when the new launches come out. They're buying
Yeah,
when I have inventory sales, and they're like, "We love when you give away free nails, but you know, when you do a Starbucks gift card, like we want that, or when you
yeah,
do Amazon card, we want that." So I really have tried to, you know, branch out as far as the giveaways, and sometimes I'll just say, you know, enter to win a goodie bag, and then I'll throw in, you know, like some OPI nail envy and a nail file and a Starbucks gift card, you know, just give them like
mhm,
something besides nails. And I do, I
definitely.
really think that that goes a long way because a lot of the people, they already have free nails. Now,
Yeah.
I did start doing something that's really fun is Wish List Wednesday, and
Mhm.
basically just have them go to the website and tell me which set they would love to have, and then I pick a winner, and you know the winner gets that free set. So
Right.
I think that's, you know, kind of double sided because it gets people going to your website and
Yeah.
looking, and then also, you know, you're giving back to your VIPs who are supporting you. So
Right.
uh,
Right. Oh, you know what? I do want to mention, I think Bean and I had talked about this. Some of the things that we do. Um, so when you have a VIP who wins something, like we would actually ask them, did they want to upgrade it? You know, so like you win a free nail set, you know, we would message like, would you like an upgrade? Get two more if you host a party. You know, you kind of like, I will upgrade you if you host a party, you know. So I mean that's just one way. Another thing that, I'm sorry, just totally off the subject, but when I talk about the interaction and the engagement in on my VIP party, I'm sorry, my VIP page, um, every time that you grow your group, I highly suggest do that count to whatever. If it's 20 new VIPs that you have there. So you do count 1 to 20, count 1 to 30, count 1 to 50. That game is so effective. And I will tell you this, Bina and I have had over thousand, a thousand comments on just that game. Okay. But what ends up happening is whoever wins, what we would do is we would mention, hey, you win, but you get to choose somebody else to win a prize, which would more than likely be a nail set. And then we would message and we kind of work together. Hey, let's find somebody new to the group. You know, we just hit 50 plus more members. Of that 50, let's let's see who, you know, let's welcome one of our new members and you share your winnings with that. You remember, you potentially already are getting that person to book a party because hey, I just got a free set and I'm just new to the party. But I really think like the engagement, the interaction, the giveaways that you do during on your VIP page, somewhere along the line, you're going to find somebody that's going to book a party.
yeah, I agree. I was checking the comments. I don't see any other questions on here. Was there anything else that you wanted to talk about or share?
You know, I think I mentioned this to you earlier when we messaged. You know, we always talk about that this is, you know, Color Street is about sisterhood, about, you know, together we rise, and that, you know, we're all here to empower each other. But you know, the reality is a sister is somebody that's going to give you that tough love. A sister is somebody that's going to tell you what you need to hear to be successful. And I know it's really hard to swallow when I mention you need to invest in your business. And when I say invest is, you know, yes, you don't want to give up, okay? Just because you don't get the amount of people that you would like to follow you in your VIP. I know it's very hard to stay motivated and inspired, but at the same time, what you put into this business is going to come back to you. So if you're not putting in the time, you're not rewarding and making your customer feel special. You know, you can't expect that to come back to you. So, you know, my only advice to, and I say this a lot because I know I'm still very new, but I do follow a lot of my teammates and their pages. I know one of the things that I noticed that when we do get a launch, we're all doing the same thing, you know, bundles, mystery sets and stuff. We need to change it up, you know. If we have a VIP that's saying, well, everyone's doing bundles, everyone's doing mystery sets, you need to do something that's going to make yourself stand out. You need to do something else that's going to put you ahead. But bottom line is this: we're a sisterhood. We're here to help each other. We're here to empower each other. But at the end of the day, I want to be able to help everyone be successful. And a part of that is sometimes you have to let them know, like, you have to invest, you have to put the time in. You, it may not be something that you can. I mean, we're all trying to um, operate our business beyond, with our means. We don't want to go beyond our means, but I always say at the beginning, you have to invest in not just your business, but in your customers. So I think I've talked to Bina and my two girls below me is, there are a lot of things, like there's scratch cards, there's all these spin the wheel, but I'm not using any of those yet. What I'm doing is I'm investing in like more prizes, more stuff to give the customers. Like, I want to take care of them first before I start getting things to fancy up my business. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. And I think everything that you are sharing is something that I share a lot, especially with newer stylists, is that direction is far more important than speed. And as long as you are moving forward in your business, you're doing so much better than the person that's going in the wrong direction.
Right.
And I think that we do have to invest, and we have to understand that what we put in, we will get back. And sometimes it just takes consistency after consistency, and it will pay off. And there's a quote that I love and I use it all the time, but never give up on your dream because of the time it will take to get there, because the time is going to pass anyways.
Right.
So I feel like, if the time's going to pass, why not spend that time working towards your dream, whether it takes you 1 year to get there or 10 years to get there. I mean, it's going to pay off. So I love all of this. And I know that, you sharing is going to help so many people. And it just absolutely amazes me that you are still a brand new stylist, only 2 months doing this. You are already leading a team of 2 people. You hit a rank promotion your first month as a stylist, and you just sold over $6,400 in nail polish last month. Like, I feel like that's a dream or something. Like, I just made something up of like the perfect scenario. So you're an inspiration. You are doing amazing things, and don't be surprised if people are reaching out to you and saying, "Oh my gosh, Anne, you're doing amazing. Teach me your ways." So that's why I wanted, to get on this training with you and just pick your brain a little bit and have you share your heart and some of the things that you are doing to see success, because whatever you are doing is absolutely working. And I'm so proud of you. I know your leaders are so proud of you. So I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this up. If you have any questions, you guys can feel free to drop them in the comments. And I'm sure that Anne, in her free time, will come back and reply to you. She is definitely a busy go-getter. That is for sure. We were chatting a little bit before this training, and I was like, "And you have free time when?" Like, oh my gosh. I mean, she's literally, 5 a.m. She's go, 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 go until bed. So, but yes, you guys definitely comment here, and we will go back and we will address all of the questions. So thank you all for watching, and we will talk to you soon.
Bye. Thank you.